We are live.
No intro?
No intro. I didn't hit the intro. It was a random one tonight. Everything's random. Because, well, I guess if you do pay attention to the Twitch, we don't know what's going on. The Twitch didn't happen tonight. So we're like, hey, let's do it. We're here. Let's do it. Right?
Let's do something.
Yeah. So, I mean, here we are. Said screw it. There's a bit of news. We might have a little bit of fun as well. We might we might stream a game here. It's called A Soccer Story. I've been meaning to play it for a while. It's one of those 8-bit things. I know there's a bit of nerds. We'll do it at the back end of this, of course. So if y'all want to nerd out and see what this is, it might be funny. It might be depressing. I have no idea. I haven't even booted up the game. I've had it for a month. That being said, Dash, how you doing tonight on this random Monday?
I don't know. I'm pretty random right now, so
just feel it all random. Yeah, no, this is not planned at all. We're just throwing it together. But screw it. Let's get into the news. Of course, I don't have it. It was funny. Like a minute or so just before we hit the live button, my browser just completely gave up. It just shut down. So I had to relog into all that stuff. It doesn't do that ever. So why it did it now? Who knows? So let me
Y2K. It's Y2K.
Yeah, Y2K. Man, there's people alive that haven't witnessed Y2K. Not that they missed anything, mind you.
I know. That's the wild thing.
Let's explain. For those too young, perhaps, Y2K, so the year 2000, they thought because the way all the software was programmed, like all the banking, military, hospitals, police, all this stuff, that because the clocks would reset back to the year 1900 and like all their timekeeping, whatever nonsense, that like the system, the grid would just shut down because the clock would just all of a sudden go to 1900 again instead of 2000, which was silly because, I mean, you could literally just change your clock in Windows to like December 31st at 11:59 p.m. Wait a minute and see what happens. And absolutely nothing happened. But the news was like the world was going to end. So comment if you remember all that nonsense, if you have your own little story about it. Where's the breaking news? We can do the breaking news intro.
We could. Oh, let me pull that boy up. Here you go.
Is Pogba coming back? Is Vlahovic groin feeling all right? Only a certain goalkeeper's girlfriend may know. That and more. News at 6. How was that? That work? Are there any news outlets hiring? I think I nailed it.
Absolutely.
People here's at work, and there's rain, like hardcore rain. Heard that North California, there is an ugly storm. Take care, everybody. Farts to Juve. There's something going on there's floods and stuff, isn't there? Yeah, there's a bunch of floods in California. So all the best to those guys. I guess it's pretty wild. Saw some footage. But no, seriously, is Pogba coming back?
I mean, as far as back from injury, yeah. I mean, he's training.
I know. It's like, I did, obviously. I kept on playing on.
I mean, yeah, it's not like he's not back. I mean, he's back to training with the group, and then Vlahovic is potentially might get called up. So,
yeah,
they're saying that he is potentially getting called up. So that was one of the news articles that broke today. So that will be interesting to see how Vlahovic factors in. But the thing is so it says Pogba and Vlahovic can be called up against Atalanta. So technically they will both be back.
Yeah, at once. Oh man.
Check your phone. I called it.
Oh man. Okay. We'll keep that our little secret.
Yeah, that's fine.
We just found out why the Twitch didn't happen.
Yeah, some technical difficulties.
It's funny. Well, we'll let the accused admit it if he feels that.
So Bone says first we had Mom Spalletti. Now guess who's back? This is an Eminem podcast.
You guess who's back? Back. I am not going to rap. I am too white to do that, unfortunately. Not mind you, Eminem.
I'm gonna call it, yeah. Instead of calling Pogba, we call him Potty. Potty's
Yeah.
back, or Vlahi's back. Tell a friend. It's like Shady's back, but Vlahi's back.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just replying
Yeah.
to him real quick.
Yeah, you might want to send the text message, and I'll talk about this. So, the thing is so there's only a couple of things that I've seen so far right now that are really big news. Is that Pogba and Vlahovic are going to potentially being called back to for the Atalanta match, which I think is going to be huge. The one thing, and Beppe made a video this morning about it, which was called the Juventus paradox, which I thought was an interesting take because he really touches on it. Where maybe while I'm talking, I'm gonna pull up a tactical pad and I'll share my screen with you guys because it makes a lot of sense here.
Yeah, I didn't get to catch all of that. I caught the first couple minutes of that video today.
The thing that he mentions is like just tactically, we are really, really weird now with what we have. So I have it pulled up. So
like that awkward girl that has a crush on you and you don't know why and you can't lose her. Like that kind of weird.
Yeah.
You ever have that girl?
No.
I had a couple of them. I attracted a couple of weirdos. Yeah, I don't know what it was.
I don't have game, Dave.
No, but it's just like I'm not saying I had any game. It was the weirdos.
I'm just busting your balls again. But so the thing is like right now, this is how we're currently lined up. All right, so I'm gonna just space it out just so it looks a little bit neater. But in theory, it's a 3-5-2 with your Regista. And Bone says, and you can't tell if she's cute or not. That's when you mess with Tinder and Bumble. That's why you don't mess with online dating apps.
No, because all right, I know you called me a boomer, but back in my day, yeah, when it starts,
that doesn't help. When you start with that, you just start shoveling yourself into it.
No, but honestly, that it just didn't exist. Like you actually had to like be face to face and do things.
Blind dates were terrible, man.
Like, you just date. Obviously, you go local. The ones at work or at school, or I mean, just friends of a friend.
Yeah, but like I think the worst because like nowadays it's actually like cool if you just like talk to someone on the internet and you meet them, but like a blind date back then you're just kind of like
it was weird. So my cousin actually hooked up on a dating site.
Interesting.
This was the 90s. Mentally, yeah, it was the 90s. Yeah, they did. And he's like big tech company dude too, so he would have been right into this stuff. I don't know why my cousin was. Maybe she I don't know. I don't know her well now. Anyways, they got married. They're still together like 25, 30 years later. But back then it was like these people met on the internet. Oh my.
Gross. Yeah, I know.
Traditional Catholic Italian family, let me tell you, like it was rough.
Well, yeah, because it was like back then, back when we were younger, it was like if you were dating online, it was like you're selling ass. Like that's what it was viewed on. It was nuts. It's crazy now because it's like everyone's like, hey, yo, you got that Snap? You got that Tinder? What's going on? But I digress. Speaking of match mades and hells is this Juve paradox that I was going to talk about real quick. So the thing is this is where we're at right now, where we have Sandro, Bremer, Danilo, and then you have Chiesa. I'm going to talk about the Napoli setup. You have Chiesa or McKennie. Here you have Kostic. Here you'll have Rabiot, Locatelli, and then either McKennie or Fagioli or whoever. And then this is where it gets weird as well, where you have Di Maria, Milik, Di Maria, Keane, Milik, Di Maria. I just said the same thing again. Moretti and Milik. So you'll have that lineup here. So the one thing that I noticed, and especially with the Napoli game, that I thought was quite intriguing. So I'm gonna just put all the Napoli players in black. So one thing that I noticed was Kvaratskhelia was literally here, and Chiesa was in this vicinity, and McKennie was in this vicinity. And this is the first goal with Osimhen. So Osimhen was like right here. But like the thing is Kvaratskhelia just literally has Danilo to get past, and then he has the entire open field to do anything or any kind of damage. Like Danilo, as much as we love Danilo, the poor guy's getting cooked if he's caught in this position. Because the thing is, Kvaratskhelia has the ball. So he'll take the ball, shoot, and then Osimhen literally is right here just for the tap in. That happens. That happened with both goals. So, like for example, Bremer's right here, or no, I think Bremer was behind, and then you had Sandro right here, and then the ball kind of comes in again, tap in.
KB just wants he's throwing his outs for the evening here. Sandro McKennie for tonight is his hashtag outs.
But the thing is like that it's the paradox here because Chiesa can't defend. You don't want Chiesa to be your defender. And then also McKennie's kind of caught in no man's land over here because McKennie's like, wait, where am I covering? Do I cover Zielinski that's right here? Or do I cover Osimhen or do I cover Danilo? So McKennie, and the thing is I'm not saying McKennie's a great player, Juve material, et cetera, but I'm saying put yourself in McKennie's shoes. When you have 3 options coming up from here, you don't know where you're going to cover. So McKennie's kind of stuck here because he's essentially surrounded. So and then again, that opens up Bremer to a one-on-one, and then you have Politano that's right here that's dragging out Sandro, and then Kostic is trying to come back to help, and then Napoli's just pressing in, and it just completely caught us off guard. But the reason why I kind of want to say this is a Juve paradox, because I'll remove the Napoli players away and kind of just keep us here. And then I'm just going to remove some of these weird colors because I was just doing a tactics and a dash video with this dashboard, so I forgot to reset it. So
did he do a new one or you just teasing?
No, I'm teasing. I was mapping some stuff out earlier today to see what kind of fit and what didn't fit. So kind of going back to our 3-5-2. So the reason why, and I was never a big fan of the 3-5-2. I've always hated it, but we were winning with it, so I decided to say, well, let them cook. The thing is like in this position right now. Oops, I forgot to add one more player. This doesn't suit what we have personnel-wise. Unfortunately, it doesn't. So the thing is why Beppe even said that this is kind of like a Juve paradox is if you think about it, we're actually designed to play like this. With the staff that we have, we're technically designed to play like this. Because here you would have Chiesa, you would have Vlahovic, you would have Di Maria. And then in the middle of the park, you have Rabiot, Locatelli, McKennie, or in theory, your best lineup would be Rabiot, Pogba, Locatelli. And then here you would have Quadrado, Bremer, Bonucci, Alexandro.
And that's not a bad lineup if that exists ever, it sounds really good. That's like you load up FIFA and that's what you're doing. That's the formation.
That's pretty much what you're doing, essentially. But the thing is and the reason why we have to run a midfield 3 is because we have 7 midfielders on the squad. Like, for example, and we'll get to your comments, guys. I'm just kind of cooking right now, so you just gotta let me cook. But like for example, if we were to switch to a 4-2-3-1, it can't work because you have 2 midfielders for a roster of 7. So you can't, it won't fit. You can't, it makes no sense because no one's going to play. Because it's going to be Rabiot and Locatelli, and then Fagioli, Moretti, and all those guys, whatever. You might fit here, but Moretti's not that good as a cam.
Half of KB's equation over here rectifies an issue, I believe.
Which one? Can you highlight the comment?
The McKennie out part.
Oh, the Sandro.
Because he is sort of surplus to services right now, assuming we go to a 4-3-3 and people are healthy.
A lot, Dave. Like the thing is the midfield is a surplus. Ironically, it's a surplus.
But who do you get rid of? Right? Do you want to get rid of Fagioli, Moretti?
No, you can. You can, but you don't want to. And then that begs. And then the thing is too is this left back position. If the Pellegrini deal doesn't go through to Lazio, that's been rumored, you have, again, if Sandro's renewal kicks in, you have Sandro, Pellegrini, and Cambiaso. And then here you just have De Sciglio because allegedly Quadrado is not getting a contract renewal. Quadrado is out the door in
and Sandro, both the fullbacks.
Well, theoretically, if Sandro doesn't have his auto renewal kick in,
He's at 19 games. He needs 40. Tell me he's going to play 21 more games to hit that renewal.
I mean, there's 20 Serie A games plus Coppa Italia plus.
It's easy
Europa
enough
League.
not to play him.
I know. I'm trying to be devil's advocate here. That's going to be our hot
just
take.
Don't play him.
Hey, that's our double take video. Will Sandro play 40 games this season? Find out on the next episode of the Turin Giants double take.
The only time they will play him is if we again are just at nobody's left, and it's like, yeah, and it's just like, fuck, it's like, well, I guess we're doing this.
But the thing is in theory we technically don't have anyone to play besides him. So
man, you call a guy up like Barbieri, who's just like, whatever, Barbieri, you're left back now, go. Like theoretically, it's just like, we're not renewing Sandro. Barbieri, you're our left back.
No, don't worry. I mean, it's not as much as I'm like trying to sit there and think if that's like actually logical to happen. I just don't think the club,
like, if the whole roster was that injured, and technically at this point you're throwing away the season, right? It's like, throw the youngsters in, call everyone up, next gen, you're up, go.
So, and the thing is like, Sandro should not be renewed. I don't think the club's going to renew him, KB. It's just whether or not he hits that auto 1 season renewal. And then as far as Milik goes, that's actually an interesting debacle because you would have Keane and Milik, which Keane's essentially an obligation to buy. So you would have to buy Keane.
You want 3 strikers though.
You would. Technically, you would.
That's not an issue.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
If you're running with 2 up top, then that's not an issue at all.
And then Kaio George is a 4th option at some point in his life.
Yeah, I think I think Kaio George is going to next gen, or he's being sent somewhere else.
He is initially to next gen for sure.
So the thing is like, so kind of going back over here. So this formation is out the window. Does not work. This formation, this next one that I'll draft up will not work either, which is the 3-4-3.
Just
it can't. So it can't work, and I'll tell you why. There's one reason why this doesn't work. So again, we have our back 3 of the Brazilian back 3. So again, that's going to be a little bit awkward. But the issue is again, it comes back into the middle. Rabiot, Locatelli. Who's going to play here, and who's going to play here? You're not going to be able to play. You're not going to be able to play other midfielders. So you have 2 midfielders that are playing at all times, and only 7, and you have 7 midfield players on your bench. And then here again, you would have Di Maria, Chiesa, Vlahovic. So to rotate this midfield, the 3-4-3 won't work either, because you're not going to play McKennie here. You're not going to play Pogba or Moretti or Fagioli on the wings like that. You're just asking for issues. So ironically, and this is the one that I covered in the last Tactics in a Dash video, the one that kind of makes sense is this one. The 3-4-2-1. Even though I didn't do, it was a different one. It was the 3-4-1-2. But this actually makes a little bit more sense. The reason is because you can alternate here, and it can either be Pogba or Moretti or Di Maria or Chiesa as well, and then Vlahovic is your main guy.
Kaio George should just become a DJ.
That's hilarious. So with this one, you might have a little bit more tactical flexibility. I'm a little bit concerned because this makes little to no sense, but in theory, you would have this would be Cuadrado, and then this would be Kostic. That would play this area here. And then this would be Chiesa, and then this would be Di Maria or Pogba, and then you would have whichever 2 midfielders, because I think Pogba would play this role where he's like a cam. So in reality, it would be like this. Even though on paper it would look like this, but in actual like execution, it would be like that. Where Vlahovic is your furthest guy up, Chiesa plays close to Vlahovic, and then Pogba plays a little bit above the midfield line, and then your midfield and that as well. And then Bones says, what about putting Sule and Illing on right mid and left mid. I don't think Sule is a right mid. I think Sule is a right winger.
Yeah, as a left and a right winger.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's a pure winger more than he is a defensive
my
option.
biggest issue with that really is you're relying now full time for essentially your youth prospects to just like go out and week in week out hold the line, and that's putting undue pressure. And I think that's just unreasonable. And again, it's one of those things that it seems nice on paper, but yeah, you can't really be doing that to the youngsters. You still need backup there.
Yeah. So the thing is like when we look at everything, when it's all said and done, I think this one's the best option. The thing is they know something that we don't know inside the club, because this is what I currently think is the go-to, the 4-3-3. With
Or
the players,
4-3-2-1 or the like a 4-3-3.
no, just a 4-3-3. Just the reason why I think the 4-3-3 works is here again with Sandro. You have Sandro and Kostic that can alternate between each other. Here you have DeCilio and Quadrado over here. You can cycle your midfield three, and then here you have Di Maria and Sule, and then you have Chiesa and Illing, and then you have Vlahovic, Keane, and Milik that go there. And then here in the middle you have Bremer, you have Bonucci, Gatti, Rugani. That's the most balanced, but I think the issue is I think Bremer struggles to play in a back four, unfortunately, and I think Bremer has an issue with a back four, which, hey, I had the same criticism about Delict when Delict said he can't play in a back three. Learn how to do it. You're a professional athlete.
I think he would. He would just need time to really nail it down.
Yeah, but this is, and I think this is probably going to be the best way to solve the formation paradox. Because the thing is Napoli, we can get away with doing what we were doing with the 3-5-2 against Cremonese, against Udinese, against Empoli, against all those clubs. Like, we can do it. The only thing is like when you're playing against a Napoli, when you're playing against a top tier club, this is when you have an issue running that formation, because there's space, there's gaps, there's issues. Because again, if you have Chiesa and you have Di Maria both responsible for pushing up, and then you have Vlahovic in the middle, you're gonna score 2 goals a game easy when you have that front three.
But you're gonna concede.
Well, I wouldn't say that, because
but you have a higher chance.
You do.
In this formation. It is a more open formation.
You do, but the thing is I think for an Allegri-esque system, because Allegri will sit these three back down like this, Locatelli will probably play here, and then you'll have Rabiot and Pogba that'll be on opposite of each other. And in theory, this is how a counterattacking look would be, because, like, for example, Tech would have the ball. We'd be sitting down like this. Ball either goes to Bremer or Locatelli. Locatelli then moves it to Pogba. Vlahovic is holding the middle. Chiesa starts his run, so then he can either play to Vlahovic, which then opens up these two. And then if you give Chiesa open space, Chiesa's going to eat. I mean, it's Chiesa's bread and butter.
It's going to eat some mom spaghetti.
Yeah. So doing that, it's going to be an open, free-flowing game. Whether or not Allegri wants to do it, that's on him. I think that's probably, and my thoughts is, I think the 4-3-3 is kind of what's going to solve our little formation issue. Because the thing is I don't think Allegri intended for the 3-5-2.
No, but
he improvised and it worked.
There's news today that kind of affirms a 3-5-2, and that was the fact that they're calling Sandro. Well, they're saying he's not the starter anymore. It's now Gatti. Well, that's left back getting replaced by a center back. That means 3-5-2 from how I'm interpreting that.
And then KB says, mathematically, are we mathematically out of the? Absolutely not. We're actually mathematically in contention.
Oh, there is so much football to play here.
Yeah, there is a lot more. We're only 3 games back. About 3.5 games back.
Three and a tie, yeah.
Yeah,
so
3 and a tie.
4 games realistically. And
yeah,
it's a lot, but mathematically, I mean, the math is far from being over.
Yeah, KB, there's 20 games left. So if you were to get rid of that 4-game deficit, there'd be 16. So we'd have 16 games. So yeah, we still got half a season.
And it's Napoli. They never fail us. Never.
So all Napoli need to do is have a hotel room party, and then they end up dropping points out of the blue, like they do every single time they think that they're going to win something. But yeah, no, I don't. I disagree. I don't think. And then KB says, "Are we in midseason? Do we play? Yeah, we play Napoli towards the end of the year.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
the end.
We have. Is this exactly half season right now?
No,
One more. There's one more.
Atalanta
Yeah.
make
So
the halfway.
after this weekend, we're officially at the halfway point.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, so much.
Yeah, so it's still a lot to play for. And then again, once we hit midseason, all the big teams are going to play against each other again. So I wouldn't freak out. And that was one of the reasons why I was somber over the weekend when we did our post stream, because I wasn't too worried about it. I mean,
yeah, I really curled up in a ball myself. I didn't watch, like, I put the Manchester Derby on, but I didn't even really watch it. I watched the Juve females. Like, other than that, I was just like, no. I'm just staying away from it. It kind of like ruined me.
Yeah, I ate some fried chicken and I moved on with life. No.
Oh yeah. Well, I did the fried chicken wings.
Yeah, you did. You did. That's right.
Man, I
But
smashed those.
so my thing is, so let me ask you guys in the chat, since we've kind of opened up this conversation of the Juve of as Beppe did this morning, the Juve paradox. What formation do you want to see? And I'll draft it up here on the board, and we can kind of talk about it. So feel free to type in your stuff in the chat, guys. It'll be an interesting conversation. But the other thing too, while they're all thinking of their ideas, the other thing, another formation that Allegri has used, and I think would not work at all, is the 4-4-2.
Yeah, people, I think, who said somebody threw out a 4-4-2.
Yeah, because the thing is one of the reasons why I don't think that this will work is, again, you're only utilizing 2 midfielders.
Yeah, same problem as the 3-4-3.
Yeah. So like anything that's running a 4 in the middle of the park, an odd number, you cannot run it. The reason is because, again, personnel issues.
You said 4 an odd number.
Even. Damn it. You need to have an odd number of midfielders, not an even number of midfielders. That's what I wanted to say. Unless you do a 2-6-2 where you can run 4 midfielders, but you have to have an odd number. Only this team right now, with the personnel that the club has, can only run a midfield 3.
Is 2-6-2 a thing? Like, has that been done? No. I'm sure it has. I'm sure everything has been tried, but
I'm sure it has in I'm sure it has in an extent, but
because when I saw something that the original formation was like a 9-1 or something ridiculous, it was just like everyone wrong.
That was Morocco against Portugal.
Too soon?
And that one couldn't make a shot to save his life. That one striker that got sent off, I was like, "You're garbage." I was like, man. You make Osimhen look like he's Lionel Messi. Yeah. And I think I'm like one of the only few with the unpopular opinion where I think Osimhen is an overrated striker.
You dislike him greatly.
I do, just because his play style is atrocious when I'm watching it. Like, yeah. Ugh. So KB says if we're keeping the current midfield roster, we need a 3-5-2.
So hold on, and I just confirmed this. This is just me curtailing the conversation elsewhere as they do. But so it was my nephew's birthday a couple days ago, and he likes soccer, football, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He's even tried out for the Juve local Toronto team, whatever. Didn't quite make it. Whatever. He's into it. So I was on Facebook. Now, I mean, keep your comments to yourself. It's not something I'm proud about, but I was on Facebook, and I saw his birthday cake, and it was like a soccer ball dome, and it was the blue and the white, like that light blue, with a 10 on it. And I'm like, he's a Messi fan. So, you know, but whether you love Messi or not, I'm just so proud to see that my nephew, I mean, at least somebody has chosen football, and it's not just hockey. There's a kid in the family that's doing it.
Breaking the Canadian stereotypical norms. Speaking of Canadian, Dave, there's rumors that Julia Grosso is getting a contract renewal.
Oh, I freaking hope so. That one. Okay, hold on. Oh, I forgot to add it. I meant to do. Okay, give me a quick sec. I think I got something interesting. Speaking of Canadians,
Hey, KB wants to say this about your nephew. Disown him immediately.
He's 11. All right, like chill out. He's 11. Alistair Johnston. Apparently this is real. Speaking of milkman, I think there's a legit milkman. Somebody is vying for Millick's position in the footballing world as the milkman. But Alistair Johnston, Canadian, he was in the World Cup, plays for Celtic. Bag milk is very real and very helpful, actually. I think if we brought it to Europe, it would really catch on. It keeps the milk fresh. It's one of the best things on earth. So please chat. Who here has witnessed bag milk? Because it's not even a Canadian thing. It's like very much Ontario and Quebec only. You go east, you go west, it comes in a freaking carton.
It's just like, what was it? Boxed water. Like that was a trend for a little while.
What?
Yeah. People
Why?
were like, in the US, we're selling boxed water in a box because, apparently bleep water bottles.
It stacks nicely for the preppers boxes, shelves.
Yeah, but what the hell am I gonna prep with water? I just go to the sink. If I need to cook something with water, I go to the sink, fill up what I need, boil it because that's what you don't prep with cold water.
Okay, but have you seen bagged milk? That's really the question right now.
No, I mean, it's the same thing as me asking you, have you seen boxed water? You said no.
Oh, okay. So I just want to be clear. So you've never had to go and buy. You know what? Just give me a second because I'll prove this right now.
I've seen like milk powder in a bag, like dehydrated milk.
Okay.
Hey, Dave's gone. I'm going to do this just to mess around. Just be like, all right, guys, we're going to hit the be right back thing. Yep. I'm totally kidding with you guys. We're not leaving. But
okay, I lied. I don't have it ready. But I was going to prove the bag milk thing.
Yeah, okay. You don't have any.
No, I thought I did. I did not. So I lied.
Unacceptable.
But yeah, it's seriously, I don't know why they do it. But you have to buy an actual pitcher, like, let me bring it back up, like what he's holding here. You have to buy this pitcher, and it comes in 3 bags. So it's a big bag that has 3 of these smaller bags in it. Mm-hmm. And then you can have this, and it has a magnet so you can put it on your fridge. It's like a little hook with a blade in it so you can just snip the end off. And then you just pour it into your glass. I think it's ridiculous, personally. But here is Alistair Johnston defending bag milk and wants to bring it to Europe. Guys, let me know what you think.
That everyone's just like, hey, why did our stream numbers drop? No, I'm just kidding. But so Bones says this. He brings up this point here, asking. He says, "Well, I mean, they're going to be leaving at the end of the season, so Rabiot, McKennie, Paredes are all probably out." No,
yeah.
So Rabiot, yes. Paredes, yes. McKennie, again, that's maybe if someone buys him or not.
Let's go with a yes.
And then you'll have Rovella that's returning as well, so that's an additional midfielder. So you would have again Locatelli. Put it in front of the camera. Locatelli 1, Pogba 2. You have Moretti, Fagioli, which is 4 right there, and then your 5th would be Rovella, and then again McKennie would be 6. So you would still technically have 6, and then I'm sure they'll probably end up going for SMS because he has turned down contract renewal with Lazio. So
for the summer, though, don't look at it for January. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And Bones has witnessed bag milk at one point in his life,
but that disappeared. So the thing is like right now, and I'm only talking about with what we have from January until the end of the season, guys. Because again, squad compositions change. But I'm saying what issue we have currently right now, and it's gonna be one of those things where we have to make do with what we have. But yeah, it's weird because like we have a surplus in midfielders and we have absolutely no defenders whatsoever, which is really weird to be honest with you. But
Yeah.
See if there's anything else.
Yeah, we definitely got to sell some midfielders and buy some fullbacks. Fullbacks, anyone? Anybody got some fullbacks? Maybe an Emil Holm. He's back in the news. Emil
Or
Holm?
Karsdorp.
Not in the news. He is not in the news. You know who is in the news who is unwanted by his club?
I'm just joking.
But my segue, don't ruin my segue. Mourinho hates another. He hates another. I don't know if he hates him, but
so what is it? So what's this thing with Dybala and getting a brace over the weekend, and like all like the pessimistic Juve fans are like, "Oh my god, this is what Juve is missing. Dybala scored a brace." I'm like, "Great, congratulations! 20 weeks into the freaking season, he decides to do something."
Dash was on Twitter again or Instagram, whatever.
I just think I'm sorry. I think it's absolutely hysterical that everyone's like freaking out. Like, oh my God, Dybala scored a brace. It's like the first time he actually scored some goals in a while and he's playing for Roma.
You hate people that love Dybala. That's really what's going on.
It just goes to show me what your level of football intelligence is at. Because it's like, I ask these people, what do you love about Dybala? His socks.
Yeah, you know what? That's kind of like my prime minister. He's accused of the same things.
Like yeah, it's just, like I don't understand it. It was like the thing is like everyone's like mad about us for Dybala, and now they're like using this because they're using the Napoli game as like, oh my God, Dybala would have changed the game. Like what? Yeah, he would have walked out, stubbed his toe, and been out for 6 months.
Yeah, he would have been the Argentinian on the field that was face down, ass up, laying an egg.
He would have been. Yeah, I was gonna say Dybala would have been our thumbnail, guys. Like, let's be real here. Dybala bent over because that is the most common image on the internet besides water. Two of the most common images are Dybala on the ground and water. But I digress.
I love it. I'm not gonna. I'll let the chat stay with the politics on the sidelines here, but I love when people say things. just keep on saying things.
And I agree with people's kind of funny. He's like, yeah, I heard Dybala went missing in Cardiff and was never found. Yeah, right.
Yeah, where'd he go? Where'd he go?
And the thing is, it's like, and I'm gonna end our little Dybala roast segment here, but like Dybala is probably the biggest bum to ever wear the number 10 at Juve. Like,
yeah, he can't even pull his socks up.
Like seriously, like that was probably the biggest disgrace to the number. And like Juve is extremely, like at least Pogba balled out when he wore that 10 for a season. Like Pogba had the best season of his career when he wore it. So it's like I don't know any other Juventino that like was as bad as Dybala was with the number 10. And the thing is, it's like, and also the other argument that I'll say about Dybala is like, hey guys, where's Roma in the standings? Oh wait, they're like 4 or 5 places below us. So it's like, so much for that guy, because like that guy and his used car salesman of an agent, like it was just absolutely unreal, man.
All right, take a breath. So it's okay. So Roma being linked with one of their players again. Smalling in this case, he is not renewing at the end of the season. So apparently Inter and Juve are both looking at him. He's not bad. I don't know. He's getting up there in age a bit too.
He's a backup option. He's not meant to be a starter. So
we need a starter.
Yeah, I mean, we need a starter for sure, but having solid backup options as center backs helps as well. Because
how about this? Sorry, go.
No, you're good.
No, the Kivior option. The Polish guy.
That too. Because the thing is guys, we have no center back backups right now. It's just Bremer, Rugani, and Gatti. We need another one. Because we got to stop playing Sandro and Danilo as actual center backs. But I mean, Danilo's been a nice surprise, but we need another option besides. And I think Smalling, and the reason why the club's looking at Smalling is he's a backup, but has better starter potential than Gatti because he has more experience. So, I
Yeah,
mean, I'm sure Gatti will develop onto his own, and then KB says Smaldini. That's funny.
Oh man. Yeah. So yeah, I guess Kivior and Smalling, those are the two names for the center back currently, but those aren't really starters, which concerns me.
No.
Also on the fullback, we have this Emil Holm, which I don't really know much about, and the Fresnada kid, who's been in the news a lot, really. And we're talking to his agent tomorrow. So reported. So hopefully tomorrow we find out a lot more about this Fresnada situation.
I think so. Yeah. Well, another thing too is I think we need to wait until the 18th until the board gets voted in.
Well, that's 2 days from now. So
Yeah.
I mean it's any day now in terms of the news just really pouring forward. We'll probably get a little busy.
Yeah, that because that's the thing right now is like, and also why everything's been quiet too is because again, we don't technically have a board yet, so
Yeah, it kind of sucks for content creation, but I mean, enjoy a couple nights off here and there. Take it easy. You're learning how to use Premiere Pro now.
I
Proud of
know,
you.
I'm fancy.
I mean, I'm still learning. That thing's freaking complicated.
Super fancy. Now I'll just have like a bunch of like obscure pictures and stuff all over our videos. It just creams all over.
Yeah, who was that? Was Frankie. That was Frankie with that filthy post in the Discord.
Oh yeah, the peppered one, and then what? Ironically, that Ochoa got peppered worse than me the day after.
Yeah, speaking of which, I put the barcode up there for the Discord.
Oh, KB brings up a point that I had a brain fart that I forgot. 2 midfielders that are going to probably be more than definitely coming back in the summer are Termello and Zakaria. So, boom, we're back up to a midfielder surplus again, even with McKennie and Rabiot and all of them leaving. So, yeah, midfield-wise, we have way too many midfielders than we can actually do with. So, Artur's back, and we're going to have Zakaria back as well. So, we're kind of in a pickle in the midfield. So you have essentially we're dropping 3 with Rabiot, Paredes, and McKennie, and then we're picking 3 back up with Rovella, Zakaria, and Arthur.
Yep.
So midfield wise, no bueno. And KB, I don't know if you saw my response to you in the Discord about the sound bits. I just go on Google, to be honest with you. Like if I'm looking for a specific sound bit, I'll type in the sound bit name and then Google will direct me to a website. But
we don't know what we're doing. We just Google everything.
Yeah. If you're looking for like a library of sound bites, and this is where I'm going to give you guys some inside baseball too, go to my instance, all the sound bites that you want. There's a search bar, and you just type it in, and you'll get a bunch of search bar or search bars. Type in a search bar to get another search bar. Type in whatever sound bite you want, and you'll get a bunch of other sound bites. So some of these are custom made, like for example, the Dave one.
We go.
But Keen dinks it over,
Keen's actually a custom one. Same thing with Bernadeschi.
Come on, Gypsy.
So like Bernadeschi and those, like what I'll do is I'll take the video that I want, I'll rip the video off and then edit the video to make it sound only so I can get a sound bite. So like what else did I do that was like custom on here? This one. So that was a custom one, and then this one.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this. You go to bed at night, you lay there, and you take responsibility for yourself. Because nobody's going to take responsibility for you. You roll in your eyes and you act like this because you've heard it all before.
Oh, wow. That's actually longer than I thought. I've never played it that long.
Yeah,
I've never played it that long.
I got a kitty. This is even my cat, eh?
Oh,
But
Bones,
it's here.
Bones
whatever.
missed the ooey.
Ooh. Okay, should I get ridiculous now?
Yeah, do it. You got to do your soccer story thing.
I said I was gonna play it. I'm literally on the splash screen. We're just gonna have some fun. I have no idea what we're in for. It's not letting me. Okay. Cat. Jesus. Let me get my StreamYard over there. Okay. Story mode or quick match?
I don't even know what this is.
I don't either.
We just found it and we were just like, yeah, let's cover it for a little bit, and because let's just do some filler time and see how it goes.
Screw it. Yeah, no, this is just random. Julia Grosso. There we go.
Right.
That's real creepy of me.
Blonde hair.
Stop it! Don't ruin it. It's the Apple Cup final.
That is so bright. You can't even see the field.
Why is it so bright? That's weird.
Oh wait, no, it's not. Nope, it went back to being. It's like you go on the pitch and it's actually bright. KB says a Juve game. I don't know what this is.
It's the final. This is it. Let's score an early goal. Okay, I'm a Fox. I don't know which team's mine. Oh, they're totally not going to defend. They're just going to let me score this. This is already so cheesy. All right, let's see. Apparently, there's not even that much soccer in this game.
An incredible goal was scored, and then
calamity.
It defied all expectations. Oh, I should just do this with an accent, just a troll. I'll do some commentary here.
Oh man!
As you can see, the entire pitch has gone fuck all, and it's absolutely holes all over the damn place. And then there's some smoke, and then another Apple Cup banner, and then there's two people standing, even though it looks like there is a dimensional rift out of nowhere. So I believe it says here, Bep Ladder says, our plan worked. We took control of football. What about animals? Send them back down. That's a weird twist. Yeah. Yes, a warning to anyone who dares to kick a ball again. Keep the old man. Put him to work. Yes, sir. Oh, I said the same person with the same accent.
Yeah. Two different.
Damn it.
It is.
And then, let me do it. Let me try to do this here. Oh, from that, except for the carefully controlled Soccer Incorporated. Outside these, no one has kicked a soccer ball in years.
Is this an expose on the Super League?
Till today.
Oh, this is a. Ball through the window. Magical soccer ball.
It's like someone took a Pokemon game and then changed it with soccer. What's that? I'll check with Mum outside.
Talk to Mum.
Talk to Mum.
No, that's not a door.
No, I think the door's to your left.
But there was just a thing that came out. Check. Okay, I found. Oh, free money.
Found a coin. Free money. Get me some bag.
See, I knew I saw something. Just walking into a wall. I'm not that bad. There's Mum.
Hey, Mum. Mum, do you see the ball? You can play later, dear. Chores first. But, Mum, it was a football. We do not say that word. I can't, man. This is way too corny. But, Mum, it came out of nowhere. Oh, where have I heard that before? Enough, you're imagining things. That, too.
But, Mum...
Hush, dear. Why don't you pick up some carrots instead? What?
Okay, let's go get me some carts.
Take these old foot gardening boots.
Oh, I'm getting football cleats.
KB says, is this an RPG? Gardening boots.
Nobody knows, KB. Nobody knows. You're experiencing this with us.
Gardening. So apparently Dave has now gotten Bim says Harvest Moon X FIFA. Yes.
Look at
that. Slide tackling is harvesting boots. So you slide tackle harvest.
Dude. Where's KF? He'd love this.
KF is probably sleeping or eating curry. One of the two.
Yeah.
Because he's always eating curry whenever we're streaming.
Woof.
What you got to do with an accent? Woof. My dog, Pumpy, is always hungry. Pumpy.
I'm just going to slide tackle your bowl. Screw you. Okay, what? Oh, I guess I got to talk to Mom.
Apparently cleats are gardening shoes, guys.
They are now.
Thank you. Don't forget to feed the poor dog. Can you feed dogs carrots?
No, we got to go inside and get the dog food.
I thought she just said feed him the carrots.
I thought she said
No, Joe, no, watch. Go to the dog and talk to it, and he'll feed it a
Okay,
carrot.
I'll go back.
And then you slide tackle it after.
No, it for sure said go inside and
I mean,
get
we
the
could
dog
always,
food.
We could always ask Mum.
Is it in the fridge? Why is it in the fridge? No, that's a good question. I'm asking the same question.
That is an amazing question. Give it to Pompey.
Nom nom.
Now we got to go back to Mum. Talk to Mum.
Just slide tackle my mom.
Slide tackle. Oh! You knocked the hell out of her. She's like, wonderful. Now you can play. But where'd the football go? Don't say that word. Wearing your dad's football kit, watching soccer ink matches. It's time to move on.
Oh, so they're also making fun of us people in North America that say soccer.
But I miss Dad. I miss football.
So basically, because it's soccer, it's the evil American corporate overlords that took control of soccer. That's what's going on right now.
Oh. So UEFA.
No, CONCACAF. CONCACAF took over.
CONCACAF. The evil organization, CONCACAF.
LAFC basically becomes the world footballing power.
Mum says we're not allowed to play football, but Soccer Inc. will be playing in the Apple Cup.
Oh, and they're making fun of Apple because it's an American company and they're cunty corporate overlords. It makes so much sense. See, this game is deep, guys. This is real deep.
There we go. We're a philosophy channel too, guys. We don't talk Juve. We talk deep philosophy on video games. Mom says, it's not fair, but you can watch it on TV. Okay, I'll just go play outside. Maybe drop it on your twin. They have a new job. What? Don't get lost. Check with your map.
Thanks, Mom. Bye, Mom. Success!
Okay,
let's check my map. Okay, I don't see any map. Whatever. It's a ball. Oh, it's definitely magic. It flew east towards the soccer town pitch.
I was gonna say, I guess you could say she's tripping balls.
Tripping ball. Oh man. I'm gonna say this is an RPG. Did you see that ball?
Yeah. Oh, so her name is Hat Trick.
The person. No, I'm Kai.
Yeah, no, I'm saying the person.
Yeah,
you're
the person's
talking to. Yeah,
it's Hat Trick. I'm just smashing it. I didn't even see what she said. I was done with her.
You were smashing and you were done with her? I see how it is, Dave.
Let's see. This is Lolly.
Lolly. All the anime people would know what that is.
Why?
A lolly? It's an anime term.
Sexual, isn't it?
Kind of.
For sure, it is. Everything's sexual.
Yeah, man. As long as tentacles aren't involved, then it's fine.
That's where they draw the line.
Yeah.
The tentacles. Okay. I mean, at least they have standards somewhere. Is that like a no dog poop thing?
No, I think it's a no, like you can't play.
You can definitely beatbox. Dude, I'm dancing here. Yeah,
Sherbert.
let me know.
Like sherbet the ice
that.
cream.
Hey,
Did you see a football? Yes, I saw it. Toffee. His name is Toffee.
It is, yeah. Okay, so it's in the pitch. Where's this pitch? I'm just going to slide tackle my way there. Okay, so this whole place is called Soccer Town. Oh, here it is. Obviously, it's locked. We just got told it was locked. Is this a person? Ramble. Welcome to Soccer Town. Did you see my football? Wow, this game is pretty lame, guys. I don't know. We got 2 people watching. That's guys. How bad is this game? Yeah, you should. KB, are you streaming or what? What are you doing? Speak to Soccer Town owner Bob. Hey, Bob. Oh, he's old and he looks grumpy.
No, the people are driven off by the game.
Well, I mean, that's not a good look, though, right? If you think about it. And I don't blame. That's why we did this at the end. We had a solid 45 minutes of screwing around on a random, like, no, doing nothing night. Speaking of which, Dash, you should look your messages and reply to that. But so I don't really play these games. I have this. It's Xbox Game Pass, right? So I pay the whatever. I think Americans $15, whatever it is, and you just get access to a bunch of games. And this came out in December. I'm talking to Bob. This is just give me the freaking football, Bob. Jesus, just want to play a little bit of footy. This game's bad. I'm going to the hour mark. That's 4 minutes. I'm giving this game 4 more minutes, and then I'm deleting it. This is a speed medal machine. I can use it to trade my coins for speed medals. Oh man. Okay. I'll come back when I earn some speed medals. Did I get the key? Am I doing anything? Slide tackle. Slide tackle. There it is. Oh boy. Is it happening? Are we playing footy?
No, she gets killed because she broke the cardinal rule of playing footy.
Oh, wait for it. This is a pretty important moment. I found the magic ball. Summon ball. I'm playing football. And
What
cool.
a banger. What a banger, Dave.
Yeah.
Majestic.
The ball now feels like part of me.
That's just weird.
Summon the ball. You see that? I got 10 points there.
KB, FIFA Street on the PS2 was my jam.
Yeah, FIFA Street. I never played that one. They tried to recreate it past couple years.
Yeah.
Volta.
Which I liked having Volta on FIFA, but it just wasn't the same as FIFA Street, man. It's all about the underground.
Hold on. I gotta put a flag down on the play here. Yep. Look the name of this bot. Helper bot #sign or hashtag whatever
3PO.
generation for 3PO. 3PO. Could you be any more obvious?
Yeah. NBA Street Volume 2 was also another gem. Yes, that was.
I never played. Yeah, I didn't play too many basketball ones.
Dude, I still think the golden generation of gaming was PlayStation 2.
It was, N64, PlayStation 2, that era.
No, N64 was earlier. I think N64 is what kind of like kicked off the gaming era, and then like PS2 just like furthered it. Just because the PlayStation 2, there were so many great games for it. It was like the N64, you had like a select few. But like,
I just watched a video on that, how they didn't have that many. There's only like a few hundred, whereas PlayStation had thousands.
Yeah.
But now it's going the other way. You see, they're trying to sue. Everyone's trying to sue Microsoft from buying Activision.
I mean, I guess. I mean,
if I had Call of Duty on Game Pass and I can just screw around with it, I would play it again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The thing is like Activision stopped caring about Call of Duty, and Call of Duty's quality went down.
It stopped caring, I want to say, in 2011.
Yeah. And then, because I really think, I really thinking, KB says it too. The golden era was 2000 to 2008. That was when gaming was at peak.
People's just turning in again. Yeah. Shit got weird, people.
People started taking their clothes off, people. I don't know what happened. I tried to stop it, but I don't know. They just kept yelling. They just kept yelling "Baby Juve" and just ran around shirtless.
This Bob guy needs to shut the fuck up. Oh my god! I said I'm giving it. Was it 5 more seconds? This thing has. Man. Alt F4 that shit. I'm not even closing it properly. That was rough, guys. Okay, I said I would do it. I said I would do it, and there it was. I'm looking forward to the next book of what is this? A Soyaf.
I don't know. And the KB's turned on by you cursing. Really? I hear Dave curse all the time.
I'm doing it more often. I have stopped caring it. It turns out people like it, so whatever.
Yeah, it's authentic. We're not sitting there trying to be like, preppy.
I have to stop myself from swearing.
Good little lad.
Oh, A Song of Ice and Fire. Okay, yeah. No, I gotcha.
Oh, it's the first time I've ever seen someone use it as an abbreviation instead of just saying the whole thing out.
It's because you're old.
Yeah. People, yes, we do.
I didn't get into the books.
Dave got into the shows.
The shows I did, and I absolutely hated the last season, mind you, but I did like the shows, which is weird because I'm not a big fantasy guy, but I did like Game of Thrones a lot. But the books, I felt like I was reading like the book of Genesis in the Bible, where it's just a book of lineage. It got real dry there for like hundreds of pages. And I would have been better off reading the Bible at that point. It's more entertaining. So unfortunately, I didn't get into the books. See, all the midget dick in the show kind of kept me interested, but the books did not.
Dick. Wow. It's a Starkey cock if you see one there, but anyways, God, that guy was actually the best part of the show too, was the freaking midget, man. It's like, oh man. But
you say the Bible's a good, but it is a good, but it's better than Game of Thrones, that's for sure. Right, so whatever.
But the thing is, like, I'm one of those people that read the book and then watch whatever the adaptation is, because for me, I'm more of a book guy, because like you can't adapt a book or a manga or a light novel into a visual thing as well, because the thing is like with a show or a series, you always have things that you have to cut out due to production or whatever, where it's like you get more detail, more backstory, more build up through a novel, so or any kind of written thing, whether it be a manga, a book, or anything like that. So yeah, I'm a big fan of reading, and then I kind of like compare the show after to see how it kind of matches up to the thing. I'm not one of those snobby fans that's like, well, the book did it better. Like, I'm not going to be that kind of guy, but you always kind of look at it and be like, oh, that's how the studio took this part of the chapter and adapted it. So,
have I shown the artist representation of Rabio yet?
Nope. The one that sent our entire WhatsApp chat Sunday morning ablaze.
Oh man, sorry, I'm just getting random shit since we're on a random night.
Hey,
yeah, sorry.
I was just say, so the people that are still here, how interested would you guys be in a Turin Giants polo? I'm kind of curious.
Or a shirt with something
with the logo on it.
A bit better than this, but like Rabio hair.
Because we need to. We're working on our next drop, and we're trying to sample some stuff. Even though this is probably the worst time to ask when it's towards the end of the stream, but
it is people on the replay. We'll ask it again going forward.
Yeah. But yeah, the thing is how a polo, not a pillow, polo, like a professional shirt that you wear.
Actually, hold on, a Rabio pillows. I think we're onto something.
No, it has to be a Verani.
His and hers.
A Mama Rabio pillow.
Imagine that I get that for my wife for our anniversary. Mama Rabio and a baby Rabio.
Oh,
his and her pillowcases.
People's asking for some big flags. We got those.
I think that was a one-off, but
was that the flag that I have is a one-off?
Yeah, I don't think he got a production of those.
Oh, I thought he did.
We can ask though. Like it's obviously doable.
Well, I mean, yeah, if there's enough demand for it, we could. And then KB says he wants a Mama Rabio pillow.
Okay, but here's the thing: we joke and have fun, and then is this something people actually spend money on? You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say,
That's the
could you
thing.
imagine we do all the work too? We print like his mom onto an actual snuggle pillow, and then we have like a stock of 100, and we can't freaking move them because no one's gonna buy them.
Because I mean, we'll sell 2 maybe, and I'll probably
well,
buy one of them just because I'm like,
Yeah, I was gonna say Dave will buy one, KB will buy the other one, and then I'll be like pressured into buying the third one because it's your idea. You should buy one.
it's all funny. It's all funny. But I mean, if there's anything, that's what I'm saying. Like, we want to get the merch thing going a little bit more. We are going to do more a YouTube centric. It doesn't have to be like the ones that are on the store for now, right? We can
Yeah.
kind of do our own thing with our own jokes, you know, whether it's the milkman or a mom Spaghetti, anything, you know, whatever you guys want.
He said just make 3 pillows. It'll turn into a collector's item. You know, it'd be funny if Rabio actually buys a pillow. He like
Yeah.
stumbles upon it and just buys it. I would cry.
If he went that far, would we not have to have him on the show at that point?
Yeah, but I don't think Juve would let him hop on the show. Because like, could you imagine? Because the thing is like, think about it as a sport club perspective. You're having a player hop on a random podcast that you don't know what they're going to ask him or how they're going to ask him that. Like, could you imagine if we sit there and be like, so, how do you feel about your contract offering from Juventus? Next thing later, you find out that Tudo Sport, Korea, and Gazeta are all watching our stream just because of that. Because the thing is like, no, I'm dead serious though. Like, because like you would have like Romeo Agresti or like Fabiano Della Valle and all of them, if they found out that Rapio was on a Turin Giants stream, they would all watch it just to see what he says.
Oh,
Then,
for sure. I
yeah.
mean, that's exactly what we would want, though.
I know we would.
know.
It'd give us great publicity. Because like I remember what is it? Because someone was telling us to do a live with Marquisio, and I'm like, yeah, we could, but it'd be difficult. And I'm pretty sure Marquisio would say no because Juve would get a hold of him and be like, hey, you can't do this without certain things and blah blah blah. Because I mean, heck, even on the Juve Twitch, like getting players to go on there are really difficult too, and that's like actual Juventus stuff. Because look, it's tough, man.
So there's one other thing. This is my last side note for the evening. So this is the Juve women's match. There was one Canadian on Juve, but notice how there's 2 Canadian flags up there. One of them saying Grosso itself. So just saying, this lady is loved. And I can't stress enough that we should all love this lady as well. And I actually tagged her in this photo. I'm going to do more of this. I'm going to keep on tagging her. Maybe she'll... That's my goal. That's who I want to interview. All right. So I know Marquisio is nice, you know, if he wants to go, sure, you know, but I mean, the priority right now is Julia Grosso. So
I was going to say, Del Piero contacts us for an interview, and Dave says, no, you're not Julia Grosso.
No, I've already booked up. Sorry, that Julia's got me this whole next week. So
Tom26R jumped in towards the end of the stream saying, hey guys, how's it going? Hey Tom.
And you're a game streamer. You just missed the debacle of me trying to stream a soccer story for 15 minutes and hating my life.
Yeah, that was the worst 15 minutes ever, man. I can't get those back. I'm just messing with you, Dave.
And it was bright. It's weird.
Yeah, the color scheme in that game was terrible.
Wonder if it was like, I don't know, whatever. I'm not going to get into nerdy tech talk, whatever. Figure it out.
Yeah, KB's rough.
It was terrible. Yeah, it was bad. I'm going to look up ratings on it. Let's see. 6 out of 10 on a Nintendo Life, 56% on Metacritic, 2.5 out of 5 on Game Rant. So not good, essentially, not good. And we confirm that. So don't buy it, I guess.
You bought it?
No, if you have Game Pass. If you have a Game Pass, don't buy Game Pass to play that game, A. If you have Game Pass, don't waste your time. And if you don't and you're going to buy the game, save your money.
How much is it?
Let's find out. Okay. I'm obviously going to get the Canadian prices. Soccer Story on Steam. $23 Canadian.
What? That's $20 US. What?
Yeah. So, what I would do with $23 if I was in Thailand, that would get me 4 blowjobs. But I'm here, so that would get me a chicken breast.
Stitch coming in wide. This is looking good. Oh, he takes it. Rebound, Juicy. Oh, it's sloppy all over the place, and it's out.
It's live from correspondent Dave in Thailand.
$20 would get me something sloppy, that's for sure. A lot more than whatever that game offered. And KB hating on the Microsoft here. Yeah, man.
Hey, man,
Xbox Game Pass.
You can hate all you want on Game Pass, KB, but that thing is incredible.
It's honestly one of the best deals out there. It's Netflix for gaming. And I also get there's the EA, so I get the basic EA subscription, which gets me more of those games for free. It eventually gets me all the sports games for free, or I get 10% off.
And
so
then
like FIFA I buy.
Once that Activision merger goes through, then we get all of the Call of Duty.
But they own Bethesda as well, so you get all the Fallout, all the Skyrim, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Starfield.
You get all the Fable games too.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, hate Microsoft or not, the Game Pass is an amazing deal, and it works across Game Pass and PC if you get the Ultimate.
And also, you can share it with different consoles in your house, so you can only, so
it's
you
all
don't have
shared.
to buy.
Or it's got the stream as well, right? So, I have an Xbox One.
Yeah, that's right. You don't need to download the game; you can play it through the cloud.
Yeah, so if there's a game you just want to try, you can stream, or there's games that are only available on Xbox. So I would just stream it onto my computer if I wanted to. So,
Yep,
it's
an emulator. It's an emulator too. That's the crazy thing about it, because I know there's one thing too that a lot of people have issues with, especially with the new gen, as I have.
Oh, he just thought I said Game Pass.
But
whatever. I still it's a product I do love and I think is worth it. So I'll talk it up.
Yeah, and that's why I like it, because you can't save every single game you play on your hard drive now because it's physically impossible. So gives you more space if you play it through the cloud.
There is that. Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's great. What could I say? And there's a lot of games. It's just you don't get demos anymore, right? So sometimes it's nice just to y'all download the game just to see. And like Soccer Story, that's a perfect example. Hey, I like soccer. Let's play it.
And then it's
it sucked. Okay, whatever. It cost me 15 minutes of my life. No big deal. Move on, right?
Yep.
So it is what it is. Or here's another one. I got Train Sim World on my computer.
There's Goat Simulator and
I play Goat Simulator is actually fun. But Train Sim is just I want to learn how a train works. So whatever, I'll play that for a couple hours. Done. But Goat Sim, yeah, it's just a joke satire game.
You just walk around as a goat
and do ridiculous things. It's stupid, yeah.
Huh.
It's something you do. I did that when I was away for work one time. And I loaded it up through Game Pass. I was like, oh, what stupid thing could we just put on the TV and waste a couple hours on, right? Because the days drag on otherwise when you're out there. So we just loaded up.
You also get all the Forza games too.
Yeah, you get that. But otherwise, yeah, I think we definitely dragged on. Let's kill this for the evening for this random stream. Thanks for joining.
I'm gonna just hit the end button instead of doing the outro.
Okay, screw it. Later, guys. Love you all. See you next time.